up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 6, Episode 14. When the fuck is this show going to be over? It is so done and done and done. Oh, so over it. You guys, the review, let's get to it, shall we? I'm going to start with Brittany B. Listen, I usually watch this show on my phone because I don't normally watch it. I don't have time usually Monday evenings to be shit going on in my house, and I be dealing with that. And so I usually watch it on my phone like early Tuesday morning before I go to work. I watched that shit on my TV yesterday, and I was looking at Brittany B, and I just was like, that high definition ain't for everybody, you guys, including myself some days. So I put myself in this thing too. But I was just looking like okay. Not nice, Roxanne. She's in the studio with Asian Doll. I just can't get past that high definition. Anyway, she in the studio with Asian Doll. Asian Doll is Gucci Mane's artist, so they do whatever they little rap thing that they doing, and then they go sit down. And Brittany B is just big up in Asian Doll because, you the first lady of Gucci Mane's label. Like, that's big, that's huge, And she's proud of Asian Doll because she's also a dark-skinned artist, and Brittany B says that even when she's been out there, it's been harder for her as a dark-skinned artist. People don't like the fact that she's dark-skinned. I'm thinking to myself, like, there's dark-skinned artists out there. Yes, I'm sure that they can have a more difficult past than a light-skinned artist in this colorist society. But Brittany B is not the most likable person, so it may have something to do with the inside too, and not necessarily the outside. Because, and really, Brittany B, maybe she should just stick to writing. She does not sound good singing to me. She don't sound anything special rapping to me. So it's just sort of like, girl, maybe your calling is just staying on the other side of the mic. You ain't got to sing and rap and all that. Girl, just continue to write if that's what's getting you your Grammy nominations. Anyways, you guys, she says that she's excited because she's about to meet Yo-Yo with Apple. Apple's going to introduce her, and Asian Doll say, yeah, that's what's up. It's good to know that, you out there still grinding, and, they both grinding. Brittany B was like, yeah, because look at you. Look at how hot you are. Okay, look at how hot I am. I would never say something like that. Like, seriously, say, look at how cute, or look at how hot, or... Girl, you open yourself up for all kind of... You just said that? Okay. I mean, if you don't believe in yourself, who will, right? She goes with Apple to the studio to meet Yo-Yo. And Yo-Yo, man, I'm telling you, when I hear her voice is still very much relevant. Like, if she could just get on somebody's hook, or, be the rap intro, or the rap, slot it up into somebody's song or something, she could still very much do that. Like, she has that kind of rap voice. First of all, it's very, very distinct. It's very, very West Coast, but it's just still got that edge. Like, I still want to hear her voice. Now, she's saying she don't know if she's going to be relevant, and she's concerned. If we were gonna go by, our age, because even in this colorist society, that we are also ageist, especially when it comes to women rappers. I mean, you got male rappers who can rap well into their 50s. Look at Jay-Z, and look at, so there's rappers who are in their 50s, but none of them are women. I mean, we still respect Queen Latifah and, your Moni Loves and all of these people that are older, but nobody is checking for them. Nobody is waiting for an album from them, So that's the sad reality that Yo-Yo has in front of her. But I'm telling you, her voice, when she was doing that, when she was in the At Your Mama's House, I was just like, bitch, you could still do it. That shit was bumping, just that little bit that they played. I wish I would have learned it, but I didn't, you guys. Anyway, after she finishes, she sits down with Brittany B and Apple. She said she wanted to check on Apple since they're meeting with Mike, just to make sure she's okay. And Brittany B was like, oh, you already had the meeting? And she was like, yeah, it just didn't go all that well, because Mike was saying that she needs to change up her image a little bit, but Apple just don't understand why she's being punished for the way that she acts on Instagram. I said, girl, you are crackish on Instagram, okay? Even though I don't like the way that Mike did it last week, he was very much on point. That girl, you scary. Like, I would be afraid to work with your ass. But when she finds out about Brittany B, tell me a little bit about yourself. Well, I sing, I rap, I write, I'm Grammy nominated. What when they say Grammy nominated, do that mean that they won, or is that just that they was nominated? Two very different things there. But whatever. And Yo-Yo was just like, oh, okay. Well, shit, you rap and you sing. Does anybody want to get on Yo-Yo's track? Oh, Brittany B is so excited. Of course. This is like a dream come true, you guys. She said that she's always listened to Yo-Yo's music growing up. She's an inspiration for her. So Yo-Yo said, we going to set it all up and, we going to get it. Did they put a song out? If they did, I couldn't find it. But, when I heard Yo-Yo's voice, I was like, she could still very much do that rap thing. Don't you think? Y'all, let's talk about Zell the Monster and Mickey Monday. They had the most awkward, why are we all together scene. Mickey Monday, I guess because he's this white boy, he's a rock star. He also wants to show that he's a fucking surfer. So they're out at the beach with Zell the Monster and some girl that he's dating named Star Divine. And this damn Mickey Monday don't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay, this motherfucker almost drowned out there, got a wetsuit on in the surfboard. Just because you white don't mean that you can do it, honey. So while they watching from the sides, Slick is up there, same, just laughing, smiling, nothing else. And he come back over there, Zelda Monster was like, are you all right? Because he saw him bite it as well. He feel like everybody from LA but him, so, just how do y'all know each other? Well, Star knows Mickey Monday, just been knowing him for years. We never get a real, folks always say that. We've been knowing each other for years. Just met each other in the damn green room. Anyway, Zell was like, Mickey, your party was cool. Okay, it was highs. That's your performance. And it was lows. That shit with April and Little Tiny Fizzle Pop and Moniece. I felt bad for Moniece, It was just sort of like how the Grinch Who Stole Christmas realized that he cared. He felt bad that Moniece has to deal with LTFP and April's bullshit. But at least now that they're out, they can live their own truth. Okay, I guess we got you to thank for that, huh, Zell the Monster. He tells us about, oh, that is a nice Range Rover. He tells us about his relationship with Star Divine. They just getting to know each other. He says that she's a breath of fresh air. I was just like, I'm not even going to child, whatever, so she says that, she's open to this whole bisexual man thing, I guess as long as he's in love with her right now, or, willing to open himself up to fall in love, but Zelda Monster tells us that, when he finally came out to his family and they was like, well, you're going to have to choose, are you going to be with men or you going to be with women? And he just feel like he can have whatever he wants. Okay, so and that's interesting about bisexuals. My rock star bisexuals out there. I wouldn't even open up this conversation. Nope, we're gonna leave it alone. Definitely a scene that we could have did without. Diamonds and Pearls has a special lunch set up, picnic for the family date. Remember, he's supposed to be meeting Lyrica and Baby Dap out, and she comes up. He's got one of the homies playing the violin in the background. I guess that's supposed to make it all romantical. She was just like, oh, what's this? He was just like, oh, I just got some Cheesecake Factory. Remember when we went on our first date at the Cheesecake Factory? I was like, oh, me and Mr.'s first date was at the Cheesecake Factory too. Small world, y'all. It's just the same shit with Diamonds and Pearls and Lyrica. She sits down, she's sad. She tells him that she don't really trust him. He tells her that he's sorry, that, he really wants his family back, okay? She says that she thinking about moving into an apartment. He says, well, if you decide to do that, why don't you just leave your shit in storage for now, and then let's do a trial run of you being back into the house, see how you like that, okay? But she just always maintains that she can't trust him. Let me see your phone, when she going through his phone, which To me, if you got to be going through people's phone and shit, the trust is just definitely not there, right? And so she's just like, bitches, you know, twerking asses and all. He's like, come on, you know, I'm diamonds and pearls, you know, I got to have you know, girls for videos. She was just like, you need a fucking assistant for that. Like, why are the girls sending shit to you directly? You opening yourself up to be tempted to cheat. It's always the same shit with them, always. But you know, when it's just them two, it's all tender and loving, all right? She gonna move in, you know, temporarily or trial basis and see how it goes there. But she tells us that she's getting back to her music, you know, and concentrating on that. She's got this pre-ESPY event and that she's gonna be performing at, so she's shopping for it. And it feels good to just be concentrating on that for now. So she invites her mom to the store to help her pick out, you know, whatever she's going to be wearing. So the mom was like, well, I haven't really talked to you since Vegas. You know, it's just been, you know, you've been pretty quiet. And she was just like, yeah, I know. I purposely have been trying to avoid her mother because she doesn't want to hear her mother's negative talk about her in Diamonds and Pearls. Like I said, she's got this event at the Avalon next week for the pre-ESPY event. You know, she's just like, everybody's going to be there. You know, she invited Tierra. She invited Apple. And her mom was like, well, is Diamonds and Pearls going to be there? And she was just like, yes. You know, and she was like, oh, why you say it like that? Okay, because you know you fucking tripping, going back and forth with this man. You know, Lyrica's whole thing was like, Big Lyrica's whole thing was like, when I come around Lyrica and her husband, you know, I don't never try to influence her. Whatever decisions that she's making ain't got shit to do with me, okay? But I always tell her whatever decision she makes, she needs to stand on it. That's what you need to do. But now you left, now all of a sudden here you backsliding again. So she was just like, why do you keep going back? And she says, well, because I do love him. And she says, and do you think that he loves you? And she says, yeah. And she says, you think that a man that cheats on you while you pregnant, okay, and continues to cheat on you after you have the baby, you think that that's love? You know, and of course, Lyrica starts crying. I was like, oh, it's the same shit over and over and over again. You know, Big Lyrica feels bad. You know, honey, I'm not telling you these things to hurt you, but you know, it's just broken record, like I said. Now, the event, it's a sound check. And Diamonds and Pearls, regardless of the problems that they're having in their marriage, he also helps her with her business behind the scenes, you know, making sure that the sound is right and she looks good on stage. I said, girl, you got him letting you know how good you look? The way he be looking, like somebody said in my comments, I feel like he wear the same thing every week. I'm gonna have to start paying attention. But what time is it? Oh, I ain't got much time left. While she's up there on the stage performing or practicing or doing her little rehearsal or whatever, the sound is not right. She says that she feels like it's the volume. So, you know, Diamonds and Pearls, he being large and in charge, you know, he's telling the sound guy that he needs to turn it up or whatever. And the sound guy was just like, no, I think it's her singing. And why he say that? You know, Diamonds and Pearls is real upset. Why would you do that, bro? Why would you say that? Every time I say something to you, you acting like I'm stupid or something. You insulting my intelligence. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Like Diamonds and Pearls is gonna do something. At the end of the day, you need the sound people, right? So don't be pissing them the fuck off when they're responsible for making sure that your wife sounds good on stage. And while he's over there fussing and making all this hullabaloo, in walks Big Lyrica. And she's like, what is going on? Like, why can't I ever just come in here and everything be good? Okay, it's always some shit. Little Lyrica over there sitting there, you know, and feeling bad and stressed out because her fool ass husband is over there cussing the sound people out. And Big Lyrica was just like, girl, you don't need this kind of stress before you got a big event like this. Like, why is he making shit worse? So he come over there, hey, mom, you know, sorry. And she was just like, like, and he was just like, oh, you know, we doing that. She said, I'm good. All right. But see, this is the problem with Lyrica and Diamonds and Pearls, but it's also little Lyrica's fault for telling her mom stuff. But her mom always has to jump in, you know. It's clear that your daughter is going back and forth. We don't need you to sit there and co-sign for her. She was all like, you know, I don't trust you with her heart. And Diamonds and Pearls always says the same thing. You act like it's just me. And then that's when the shit goes bad. Okay, you guys both cheated, but at one point, one of you stopped. The other one kept on going. All right? What we trying to do is get you to fucking stop. All right. And it's obvious that you don't want to do that. So when he starts saying how she's also the bad guy, he just going to keep on riding on that. It don't matter if it was some years ago and she done got her act together, or maybe it's been more, hasn't been years, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys made the agreement to fix it, then that's it. What the fuck you still fucking around for? So I was just like, I'm tired of them. And of course, Lyrica, she gets mad. It is different, stupid ass. You about to piss me off and all this. Why? And what does it do when he does? Nothing, right? Because you be right back at square A again. So, like I said, broken record, Diamonds and Pearls and Little Lyrica. And then lastly, you guys, this shit with Moniece and April and Little Tiny Fizzle Pop, again, it's more of a broken record. This show actually started where it ended last week, which was with Moniece going off on April and LTFP at the skating rink. She goes outside in April with her rude ass and really has nothing to do with what Moniece is saying. I don't know why it's so hard for April to not be involved like this. She goes out there and confronts Moniece like, what is the problem? Real high pitched, real just sort of like, what is wrong with you? And Moniece was like, first of all, why am I talking to you? Okay, this has nothing to do with you. I'm talking about my baby daddy and the fact that he is fucking disrespectful. Like, you don't need to be in this at all. So when LTFP finally walks up and April was like, oh, she says that, you need to talk to her, that there needs to be some closure or something. Bitch, will you get on? Okay, get the fuck on. All right? Because even though Moniece feels like she's beating the same drum over and over again, and I can understand her frustration, it comes a time when you just have to realize that this is just how the nigga is going to be. And it only is doing you a disservice to continue to be frustrated at not being able to control how he acts. This is his passive aggressive way of affecting you. Okay? And it's clear that it affects her because she said that it does. So he still wins. Either way it goes, you have to be in charge of your own feelings and not allow somebody else to be able to just so easily fuck up your life. Okay, on something that you just definitely can't change. He's never going to change, and you can't change that. He is your baby daddy. That is never going to not be unless he's dead, So her talking to him and saying, that she wants to be respected and, for them to talk. And he says, all we need to talk about is Cam. And she's like, well, I'm trying to talk to you right now about Cam. But he was just like, but otherwise, we don't need to talk and you have a good day. And he walks away. So, yeah, it's very frustrating. And when she goes outside and when Jason Lee comes and tries to co-sign on, everybody trying to make her feel like she's crazy and everything, but, keep doing what you do. And her telling Tierra Marie, she just is tired of, Little Tiny Fizzle Pop dragging her name through the mud and, really just making her look like a bad mother for the last 6 years, even though if we watch that first season, that was not on him. Okay, so I'm just never going to let her get away with that one because she acted a fool that first season and did not seem like she was a good mother. Okay, so that was where the ammunition was, and now it's just gone. Now I think that she's much better now, much more settled in her life, and, one clearly wants to be there for her child. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate, Later on, we see her on Jason Lee's Hollywood Unlocked, and we already have seen this on the actual YouTube, in the blogs and everything when she went there. We don't have to go over it again, right? It was talking about her first getting an apology from Jason for that sex tape that he tried to put out, saying that he never thought about her and her feelings and the fact that she had a kid or anything like that. Sex tapes are a little different than just regular other gossip. Okay, you putting out an image of somebody that is super just a bad look. You don't want that out there for people to see. So that was one thing. She talked about her relationship with LTFP and April and their relationship and how they lied. And that's really just her problem, is the fact that they lied to her but continue to tell everybody else that they are in a relationship. And she feels like they have made it so that the son is uncomfortable to talk to her about their relationship or even be truthful with her. Okay, And yeah, that does suck as well. But again, what can you do? Her thing again is she don't want to be disrespected. And then she drops a little bomb that April might be pregnant. And speaking of April, we see her and LTFP moving into their new home. It is not the home that they thought that they were going to move in that we saw last week. It is a different home, and this is going to be better for their family. And it's the same infuriating conversation between these two, how people don't need to be in a conversation and need to be in a relationship, and it's none of their business. And, you know, LTFP says that he thought that Zelda Monster was being messy, you know, by sneaking the pictures. Fucking sneaking the pictures with the Love and Hip Hop camera crew right there in the room with you, but they were sneaking. Whatever. You know, I hate even talking about these two because it gets on my fucking nerves. But you know, it's more the same. Like, people just be in our business because they hating. You know, they want to fuck me because nobody else does it like me. You know, everybody's saying he need to be with a different kind of exotic looking girl. But I was just like, girl, your crackish slip is showing. Little Tiny Fizzle Pop was just like, you crazy. Like, let's cut that. Because don't let her get into one of her infamous rants that makes her look even crazier. So I was just like, over it. And then lastly, you know, we see Moniece. She sits down with Tierra Marie. She says that Tierra actually understands her crazy, you know, for lack of better words. And, you know, Moniece is just in a bad way. She says that she's clinically depressed, and when she gets into this, she can't do anything. She, you know, it's very debilitating, and the only thing that kind of brings her out of that funk is the fact that she has her son, and she feels like she can't be that way in front of him. But other than that, you know, she's been triggered the fuck to death from, you know, LTFP in April, and now she just can't seem to get out of it. And when she was talking about how she can't eat and she can't sleep and she's got bloody stools and everything, I was like, oh Lord, like, this is a mess, right? Yeah, I will be one to believe that Moniece can be quite dramatic, but you know, you can't deny when people get depressed. Ooh, I gotta get off of here. So I just hate that this is happening to her, you know, and then it's too bad that she's sitting there talking to Tierra Marie, because even though Tierra Marie means well, you know, and she's saying, you know, girl, you just have to, the way that I get through it is just by being strong. I said, you ain't got through nothing. So really, you ain't the one that's going to give good advice. You just going to be good for listening is what you good for, Tierra Marie. Because while she's sitting there trying to give her all this uplift and, you know, you got to do it for Cam. Yeah, we know that. We got all of that. But other than that, I don't need your advice. So both of them need to be sitting and talking to somebody, if you ask me. All right, rock stars, that's it. Let me get off of here. I got to get back to work. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.